My name's Luke. What am I saying? Hi, I'm Luke, and I have Alzheimer's.
That is from a new documentary that's in the works highlighting the plight of younger onset Alzheimer's disease. It handles it with both levity and hope. It's called Forgetting to Remember, and today we're joined by filmmaker Brent Roberts to learn more about what inspired this project and how you can help them get this finished. Thanks for being with us, Brent.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So first off, what is this story about? Who is this story about?
This story is about a way too young, way too fun, way too ruggedly handsome man named Luke who just kind of won my heart, that reeled me into making a documentary about Alzheimer's and his journey living with younger onset Alzheimer's.
How old was he when he was diagnosed, so we can put this in context for people?
He was 45 years young when he was
boy.
diagnosed. Young family just started, and then to get this news was pretty devastating.
You know, Alzheimer's, the number one risk factor is age. So people assume it's an older people's disease, but there are a good number of people who have younger onset. It's so key to informing people about this. So what drove you to make this Alzheimer's story?
It was my buddy Brian, who, with many stories in my life, I did ministry in Vegas of all places, and he knew I'd started a production company, and he's like, would you ever want to make a documentary on Alzheimer's? And of course I'm like, no, I wouldn't. But then he introduced me to Luke, got us on a Zoom call, and they're jabbing each other, having fun, just poking and laughing. But then by the time I closed my laptop, I'm just sitting there in tears about his story and the family history of this. And I was like, I guess we're making a documentary on younger onset Alzheimer's.
The clip we had just showed a brief moment. I watched more of that, and Luke's obviously someone filled with joy and surrounded by love. It's an easy story to tell in that way, but it's got to be also devastating for you just witnessing what's happening to him in real time.
Yeah. The beautiful lens of Luke's story is going to be through laughter and levity, but right underneath it is the reality of how devastating and crippling this disease can be for both the Alzheimer's patient and caregivers who go through this around them, especially at this age. They're not expecting or prepared to be caregivers, and it affects so many things surrounding them. And what I love about Luke is not just his courageous fun in all of it, but how transparent and honest he is when it comes to how deep the pain goes, and he lets us into that.
What are some of the main points, maybe the main lessons that you learned or that you hope the audience learns when they watch this documentary when you get it done?
Yeah, some of the main things we want people to walk away with is understanding truly how much caregivers go through surrounding this, to raise and elevate support for them, and to understand more about this disease, because Luke clearly does not look like anyone's grandparent, and this affects people like us around my age. There's earlier detection that can be done now. And so people, even in their 30s, in some rare cases, 40s and 50s, there's ways to see this coming and to pre-act instead of having to react before it's too late. And then I think we also want to highlight what's current and what's pressing with technology and research right around the corner, to raise hope in the middle of this with so many people feeling so alone amidst something so devastating.
You know, we only have about a minute left, so let's talk about this. You're still in the process here. Where are you in the process? What do you need to get this done?
Yes. We've got about 18 months full of footage with him, so I've got a mountain full of footage. I am waiting for the funds to come in to be possible to start the post-production edit. And in the year we've been doing this, I've really watched Luke decline. It's not just a gradual thing. I've watched him drop.
You said he was 45 when he was diagnosed.
Yes.
How old is he now?
He's now 50.
Okay.
His mother passed of this. His sister just passed in her 50s. And so this is a very pressing time. There's nothing more important to me than watching it next to him in the theater, and that window keeps getting smaller and smaller. So the more and more people that can jump in and donate to this story, come along with us on this journey, will help not just see a beautiful time capsule for Luke and his family, but a story that thousands, if not millions, across the globe will see themselves in his story.
Hopefully find some hope, because it is a tough disease to handle in any scenario, but a younger onset is particularly devastating. Where can people go if they want to donate?
You can go to forgettingtoremember.com to find everything we've got. We've got incredible merch that has the theme and flavor there, and a crowdfunder campaign. We are a nonprofit organization, so we've got tax-deductible receipts we can offer. I'll give you my address. Feel free to call me, connect me in any way to make this beautiful story happen.
All right, definitely a labor of love. You can tell you really care about this subject. Brent Roberts, thanks so much. Best of luck in getting this completed.
Thank you.